Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is an important one, and I'm hoping that if you know anyone who likes to spend time in the outdoors, you can share this video with them as an educational tool. For those that are returning, welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, welcome to the channel. I am Beauty is Wild, that is the brand. I cover educational hiking videos in SoCal, along with some portrait behind the scenes shooting. And in today's educational video, we're actually focusing on leave no trace. Maybe 2020 was a year for you where you fell in love with nature and you want to hike and explore more than you've ever wanted to. Maybe this happened for you a few years ago, a decade ago, whatever it is. The one thing that I constantly hear, and was true for me too, is that no one ever teaches you, great, you found this love and passion for the outdoors. How do you learn to take care of it? It really comes down to us taking the time to learn how to protect the land we love. With that said, let's talk about what is Leave No Trace. After noticing increased impacts on trails, the U.S. Forest Service developed the 7 principles of Leave No Trace in the 1960s. The idea behind the principles is to leave nature as unchanged by our presence as possible so that future generations can enjoy it too. In essence, the purpose of Leave No Trace is to keep the wilderness wild. The 7 principles of Leave No Trace provide an easily understood framework of minimum impact practices for anyone visiting the outdoors. Although Leave No Trace has its roots in the backcountry, these principles have been adapted so that they can be applied anywhere. Each principle covers a specific topic and provides detailed information for minimizing impacts. With that said, let's jump into what those 7 principles are.
The first Leave No Trace principle is plan ahead and prepare.
Plan ahead and prepare. Know the regulations and special concerns for the area you'll visit. Prepare for extreme weather, hazards, and emergencies. Schedule your trip to avoid times of high use. Visit in small groups when possible. Consider splitting larger groups into smaller groups. Repackage food to minimize waste. Use a map and compass to eliminate the use of markings.
The second principle is travel and camp on durable surfaces. Durable surfaces include established trails and campsites, rock, gravel, dry grasses, or snow. Protect repair areas by camping at least 200 feet from lakes and streams. Good campsites are found, not made. Altering a site is not necessary. In popular areas, concentrate use on existing trails and campsites. Walk single file in the middle of the trail even when wet or muddy. Keep campsites small. Focus activity in areas where vegetation is absent. In pristine areas, disperse use to prevent the creation of campsites and trails. Avoid places where impacts are just beginning.
The third principle is dispose of waste properly. Pack it in, pack it out. Inspect your campsite and rest areas for trash or spilled foods. Pack out all trash, leftover food, and litter. Deposit solid human waste in cat holes dug 6 to 8 inches deep, at least 200 feet from water, camp, and trails. Cover and disguise the cat hole when finished. Pack out toilet paper and hygiene products. To wash yourself or your dishes, carry water 200 feet away from streams or lakes and use small amounts of biodegradable soap. Scatter strained dishwater.
So a lot of people think it's okay to leave biodegradable trash like orange peels, banana peels, or apple cores on the side of the trail or in the bushes. That's actually not okay. It's a big problem. It's not part of the natural landscape for one thing. Those things actually can take quite a while to decompose. So apple cores can take up to 2 months and banana peels can take up to 2 years, sometimes even more, depending on what type of habitat you're in, the weather conditions, how wet or dry it is out there. If everyone did that, you can see why this would be a big problem.
The fourth principle is leave what you find. Preserve the past. Examine, but do not touch cultural or historic structures and artifacts. Leave rocks, plants, and other natural objects as you find them. Avoid introducing or transporting non-native species. Do not build structures, furniture, or dig trenches.
The fifth principle is minimize campfire impact. Campfires can cause lasting impacts to the backcountry. Use a lightweight stove for cooking and enjoy a candle lantern for light. Where fires are permitted, use established fire rings, fire pans, or mound fires. Keep fires small. Only use sticks from the ground that can be broken by hand. Burn all wood and coals to ash. Put out campfires completely, then scatter cool ashes.
The sixth principle is to respect wildlife. Observe wildlife from a distance. Do not follow or approach them. Never feed animals. Feeding wildlife damages their health, alters natural behaviors, and exposes them to predators and other dangers. Protect wildlife and your food by storing rations and trash securely. Control pets at all times or leave them at home. Avoid wildlife during sensitive times, like mating, nesting, raising young, or winter.
The seventh principle is be considerate of other visitors. Respect other visitors and protect the quality of their experience. Be courteous. Yield to other users on the trail. Step to the downhill side of the trail when encountering pack stock. Take breaks and camp away from trails and other visitors. Let nature's sounds prevail. Avoid loud voices and noises.
When you're out hiking, leave your speakers at home. Let nature's sound prevail.
It feels like a lot of information, but a lot of it also feels really intuitive. I hope that you guys found this video useful, and before I close out the video, we're gonna cover them in summary one more time, just so you don't forget. Also, make sure you check out the description. I'll have more resources and links down there if you wanna learn more about how to protect the land that you're on, and how to apply the 7 principles of Leave No Trace.
Prepare and make a plan.
Travel and camp on durable surfaces.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Leave what you find.
Minimize campfire impact. Respect wildlife.
Be considerate of others.